Herr Präsident.
My friend, I saw you in a different building here. How are you? We met already. Yes. Again?
Germany and Ghana have excellent relations. We are, I believe, the third biggest trading partner of Germany in sub-Saharan Africa. And beyond that, there are many important features of commonality between what we're trying to do here and what's taking place in Germany. And the German economy, for those who know it, has always been distinguished by 2 or 3 key elements. One, the prevalence and importance of small and medium-scale enterprises within the context of the German economy. Small and medium-scale enterprises are the overwhelming numbers of enterprises in our own economy. And how to scale them up, strengthen them, is a major challenge of policy for us in Ghana. We believe that this is an area where we can profit very strongly from the German experience and the German model. Again, an area where Germany has, as it were, taken the lead in the world is in the training of its workforce. The so-called dual system, which allows people to work and study and go between the factory floor and the study room, has made it that the German workforce is one of the most efficient, not just in Europe, but in the world. And it shows by the continuing performance and resilience of the German economy. This is another area of great concern for us. The whole area of skills development and skills training for our workforce and for our young people. Education, as you know, is a major priority of my government. We're investing considerable parts of the Ghanaian exchequer funds in education because we want to scale up capacity and the competence of our workforce. So these are areas. Again, Germany is an important leader and player in the world of renewable energy. This is another extremely important area of concern for us. We have significant hydro resources, as we all know, but we believe that going down the road, a mixture of both hydro and renewable energies represents the best mix for the energy generation of the future. And we're hoping that, again, this is an area where we can have a meaningful intercourse with Germany. And many, many, many areas of international concern where Ghana and Germany stand very much shoulder to shoulder in our view of issues about terrorism. And above all, we're taking a great deal of inspiration from the commitment of German's leaders. The president is here. I've had the opportunity to meet recently with the chancellor in supporting the options that the Ghanaian people have taken to assume greater and greater responsibility for their economic development. Very strong words of encouragement that suggest that the slogan, the Ghana Beyond Aid, is one that finds great resonance with the leadership of Germany. And it provides, of course, yet another important base for this continuing and fruitful dialogue that there is between our two countries. I'm particularly happy that today I have the opportunity to meet with Franz Walter Steinmeier. He's been a good friend. Many of the trials and tribulations that have been part of my life have been part of his. Foreign ministers, leaders of opposition, and now presidents. Very much the same paradigm. But he's very welcome here in Ghana. He's come with a very impressive business delegation. We're hoping that that delegation is going to take the opportunity of this visit to have a really serious and meaningful intercourse with our own business community, so that the very strong relations that there are between our two countries will continue to develop.
Ja, vielen Dank, Herr Präsident Akufo-Addo. In der Tat, wir haben uns in diesen letzten 10, 12 Jahren in verschiedenen Rollen
on the close relations between my country and your country. Ghana has a long-standing tradition, and in the last years or so, it's been given an additional impetus. It has grown immensely. Mr. President, you mentioned, and we have had visible proof of that this morning when we talked to business representatives from Ghana and from Germany, that the interest in each other is incredibly great. There's a sense of general curiosity for a number of different reasons. And as far as the German business and industries community is concerned, I can report to you that many of them made the point that compared to many other African countries, the infrastructure and the investment condition and climate is much better here, and that, of course, German business and industry is happy to go into a country to invest there, where there is a democracy perspective, and a country like Ghana where you have a tradition of stability. With your help, amongst others, dear Mr. President, Ghana has shown the world in the last 12 months or so that it is possible to move away from a difficult situation, as was the case for your country, by taking determined actions. And the data available to us now, and we talked about this earlier when we sat together with our delegations, have improved quite visibly and are much more optimistic than, say, a year or two we would have been able to hope for. I thank you very much, Mr. President. I thank you and the government for the very friendly, the cordial reception that greeted us all here in Accra. Thank you.